the season. Actually, it's kind of a drama comedy. It's PG-13 movie. Kevin Hart and Nicole Kidman star, and it shows 6:30 Monday through Thursday. And finally, Cinema 3, the current week's #1 nationwide box office movie, Glass, a suspense thriller with Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis. That's the lineup, and if you've forgotten all that, don't forget our 24-hour show info number, 365-7900, or just Google us and ask for Capitol Cinemas, Princeton, Kentucky.
And we're back with the coffee talk portion of Misty in the Morning. I'm Misty Musser. It is 18 at 8:32. We're joined this morning by KayLee Oliver and her mom, Misty Steward. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So I asked you to join us today because there was recently a benefit concert for Miss KayLee. I understand in October, correct?
November 1st.
November the 1st. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. KayLee go ahead and tell us what happened November the 1st, Misty. I'm sure it changed your life.
Diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Okay. I read that, did not try to pronounce it. So I'm sure before KayLee was diagnosed, had you even ever heard of that?
No. No, we haven't. We Googled her symptoms and leukemia popped up. And we were like, no, we're not Googling again.
Right.
And sure enough, that's what she was diagnosed with.
Yeah, I think Dr. Google always tells us everybody has cancer. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, though, you decided, hey, maybe there's something more to this. Let's go see what's going on. What kind of symptoms were you having, KayLee?
I was losing weight rapidly, and I just was throwing up a lot.
Okay. And how long did that How long did that go on before Mom and Dad said, something's?
She lost weight rapidly within a 2-week period, and she just. Within 3 weeks, we kept taking her to the doctor, and she was diagnosed with strep throat, stomach flu, and then her elbow. She hit it on the bunk bed, and it just continuously would not get any better. So we went and had a second opinion, and first thing they done was a blood culture, and they immediately sent us to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, and I do consult Dr. Google a lot. But all of those are classic symptoms, and so I'm a little surprised that the doctors didn't say, we need to do some further testing. This is,
Yeah, she didn't. She just kept saying, oh, well, this is what it is. And so we went and got a second opinion outside of Princeton. And as soon as we walked in, most of the time they don't like taking on a new patient, but we told her all of her symptoms up front, and first thing she done was a blood culture, and as soon as it come back, they told us to go to Vanderbilt immediately. Mm-hmm. And within a couple hours, she was diagnosed with leukemia.
It was midnight that we found out.
Yeah.
Say that again.
It was midnight when we found out.
Okay. Wow. So you went straight to Vanderbilt from the doctor's office, and they did their testing up there and said,
yes,
this is what's going on. Now, KayLee, were you concerned? Did you think there was something going on? What were you feeling during all of this?
I was kind of scared at first, but when I found out, I didn't cry very long. So
you've been pretty brave.
Yeah.
She has.
Well, you've got excellent moms and an excellent mom and dad that said, I really can't accept this answer. I know something else is going on, and to pursue that. So kudos to you, Mom.
Thank you.
And KayLee, how has this affected you?
I can't play my favorite sport anymore.
Which is?
Softball. Mm-hmm. And I can't go to school, but today we get to go see them and get my stuff out of my locker. Now,
why can't you play or go to school? What did they tell you?
I can't get hit in my port, so I can't play softball anymore because when they tag you, they don't take it very gentle. Mm-mm. And school is because the school don't really tell you when people are sick or anything, so I can't go back to school because if I get sick, I have to go back to the hospital.
Okay. Now, you said something about getting your port hit. What is that?
It's because whenever I first was diagnosed, all my veins were like collapsed, so they couldn't like put needles in it. So I had to get a surgery to put a port in where I just put numbing cream on it, and they poke a needle into it, so I won't have to be poked with needles so many times.
And the needles, is that how you get your treatments?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What type, do you know what type of treatment? If not, Mom, what type of treatment do you get?
She gets several different medications and stuff. Like this week, we're doing at-home chemo. We give it to her 3 times a week, and it's Aracel, and then there's a few others that she has to take as well.
But what types of treatment are those? Is that like a chemotherapy?
Yes, it's a
radiation?
chemotherapy. And then right before she has her transplant, bone marrow transplant, she will have to do radiation. So we're looking at the beginning of March, she'll go in hospital for a while. We'll be in Nashville for 100 days, and then she'll have her bone marrow transplant. She'll have to do radiation for 3 days, twice a day, and she'll have her bone marrow transplant after that. And then she should be all better.
So, KayLee, what is it like when you have to take these treatments?
Well, first we have to go into this big room with a lot of people in these comfy chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And she snuggles beside me because she don't like the other chair.
Oh.
And the nurse will come and she'll have to clean my little tube. And then they'll have this machine where they don't have to sit there and do the medicine themselves. And it'll just go into my line.
And how do you feel after the treatment?
Sometimes I feel very tired.
Okay. But you're not sick? And because I know a lot of times I've heard after treatments, there's a lot of nausea.
Yeah,
and
they put, before I get the chemo, they do nausea medicine in it.
Oh, okay.
To help prevent it.
Yeah.
And that does help you then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So how long do you have to stay? How long do the treatments usually take?
The Aracel is about 4 hours. And
the vincristine.
The vincristine is about 20 minutes.
And you do those both on the same day?
No, once a week. They switch it out. Like this week we're doing the vincristine, and that's what I have to give to her at home for the next 3 days. And then we'll de-access her, and she'll be good until next Monday, and then we go back. We go back once a week. We go every Monday to Nashville for her treatments.
And de-access, what is that?
That means I'll take the needle out of her port.
Okay.
And right now she's accessed, so she has the needle in her port. So when we go home this afternoon, I'll give her chemo through her port.
Okay. So I didn't realize that there were at-home treatments.
Yes.
That way we don't have to stay in the hospital.
Yeah, that way she don't have to stay in there.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. I had no idea that was an option. So now, KayLee, how do you feel about not getting to go to school?
I kind of feel like sad because I don't get to see my friends and my favorite teachers, but then again, I'm home with my brothers all day. So
you've chosen to homeschool all of your children as a result of
No,
this,
the boys, they're 18 months and 4 months.
Oh,
so they're babies.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're babies.
Okay. I'm with you. I understand. Okay. So then you homeschool, or do you get your homework?
She's homebound. Mr. Barnes,
okay.
Coach Barnes, comes twice a week for an hour and helps her get caught up and helps her with any questions she has.
Gotcha. Okay. And how do you like that?
I kind of bored him to sleep sometimes.
Well, that's good that you bore him and he doesn't bore you. That's good that you chose those words.
Yeah.
Coach Barnes, maybe he's listening today, and we shout out to him. That's awesome that he does that for you. That's great that he gives you his time and he's concerned about you. So now you said she's going to have a bone marrow transplant. So that part I was not aware of. Yes. So explain to me what this type of leukemia is.
It is her blood cells it affects. They have killed her white and red blood cells, and so the chemo.
What? They haven't killed my blood cells yet. That's what the radiation is for.
to kill off the rest of the bad ones. If there's any hidden, that's what the radiation is for.
Oh, I thought they meant that they'll kill all my,
And it'll kill all the rest of them. It'll kill all your blood cells.
that's what I meant.
Yes. But the chemo is killing off the bad ones.
Yeah.
That's what the chemo
That's
does.
the radiation.
Well, the radiation kills off all the rest of them.
Yeah, that's why
And then
I
that
said-
way, when they do the bone marrow, it will reproduce good ones to keep all the leukemia away.
I know. You were saying it confusingly.
Maybe we should let her answer those because she is better at it than me.
She's the doctor.
She is.
Now, KayLee, has this, speaking of, has this given you any thoughts about maybe wanting to become a doctor?
Yeah, it has at some points. And some points it's like, maybe not. Because I don't like hurting people, and people don't like needles, especially me. So, kind of and kind of not.
You might change your mind. I mean, once you get a little bit older, you'll understand that
Yeah.
sometimes, to get to the healing part, we have to do a little more hurting to start with. So, but I get that. I understand that. I don't like needles either. So, and to have to be poked every week in and out.
It doesn't hurt, though, because there's numbing cream we put over it.
Well, there you go. There you go. So, you know that if you do decide to take that career path, that you wouldn't be hurting them. You just give them the numbing cream and they'll be all right, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So until she has the bone marrow transplant, that all of these rules have to stay in place, where no school, no activities, all that stuff.
Yes, they want to keep her out of school for the rest of the year. That way, even after the transplant, her immune system's going to be extremely weak. So they can't take the chance, and then she'll have to go back into the hospital if she has any kind of fever or anything. So she's staying home until next year.
But my understanding is she's in remission right now.
Yes,
correct?
she is what they consider a slight remission. When they do the bone marrow transplant, then she will be in a complete remission, because they say even though she's in slight remission, there could be leukemia cells still hiding in her spine, and just where they cannot see it in her bones.
I see. I did not know that. Okay. So when they get in there to do the bone marrow transplant, then they what does that involve? I'm not familiar with the process.
It's kind of like a blood infusion. So like it'll kind of like they'll have that machine and it'll be hooked up onto it and it just goes through my line.
Okay.
Yep, it'll go straight into her port. Unlike for
So it's not a surgery.
No, the gentleman that is donating, now he will do the surgery to extract it. And then for her, it'll just go straight into her port, just like her chemo medicine, and when she needs a blood infusion, it just goes straight into her port.
That's interesting. It when you kind of think about it, it's kind of making me a little nauseous. I did not choose the medical career path, but how does that make you feel to think about, or do you think about that kind of thing?
Not really. I don't think about it that much.
Okay, because you try not to?
I try not to, and sometimes I just forget about it.
Well, that's good. That's good, because you don't need to focus on that, and, know that as odd as it sounds, at the end, it's the best thing, for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you're out of school for the rest of this year. Now this benefit concert, let's get back to the benefit concert, because we haven't actually even touched on that. How well did that do?
The weather got really bad that night, so it wasn't a really big turnout, but the music was great. Nail Print and the Love Quartet, they done an amazing job.
And they were taking donations to help you offset your medical costs. Do you have any other source of offset for her medical expenses?
We have jars set up over here at the Tobacco Patch, and then there's also one at Food Giant.
Okay. And I know if you've listened to our station, you know that I'm from Mayfield, and I come to Princeton to work every day. I've had this job since October. And one thing I have learned is this community is very supportive.
It is. It is a wonderful community. We have had so much love and support from everybody.
And I think if there is that need, you know, I think you're going to find that here.
Yes, definitely. We can't thank them enough.
And the collection jars are set up at Food Giant, and where was the other place?
The Tobacco Patch, just right next door.
Tobacco Patch. Okay, all right. So if you are able to help, you know, swing by there, put a couple of dollars in, you know, maybe skip your coffee this morning and, you know, help a little girl who really needs to get back into softball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you won't be able to play this year, but next year. And I understand that it was through softball that you met, and her
Sherry
name is
Barnes.
Sherry, thank you.
Yes.
From the
Dawson.
Mission of Love Quartet, correct? Yes. And that's how all of this got started. She said, you know, I love this family. We need to help this family. And so she set up this benefit concert.
Yes, she did.
And KayLee, were you able to attend?
Yes.
Yay. I know they were questioning that, so I'm glad you got to go. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Did your brother have to sing?
No, he was trying to, though. He was trying to run up on stage the whole time.
Now, okay, so you've got the two little ones. You've also got another one, right?
Yes, we have a 9-year-old.
9-year-old, yes. Okay, so, and KayLee is 11?
Yes.
So you're the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to take care of everybody.
Kind of.
Yeah. and they're all boys.
No, Divine, the 9-year-old is a girl, and then the two younger ones are boys.
Oh, okay, so it's one of the 18-month-old
Yes.
that's like to sing. Now, see, when you said this, I'm just assuming that you're talking about a very outgoing and likes to sing and talk and do all this. I just assumed it was an older child, but this is an 18-month-old.
Yes, 18-month-old.
All righty. So the twins are boys.
They're not twins. One's 4 months, and then one's
Oh.
18 months.
See, I'm getting this
And
story
then a
all
9-year-old.
confused, aren't I? Okay, so we've got 11, 9, 18, and 4 months.
Yes.
And I thought you said you had two 18-month-olds, so that's where my problem is coming in. All right. So about the time you had the baby.
Yes, not long after she was diagnosed.
Sure. Had she had symptoms before that you were concerned about?
No, she was healthy. She played softball. We had no problems.
Almost, I think it was straight A's in school.
Yep, straight A's and B's in school. She's
Now, how have your
Great
grades
kid.
done since this?
I'm not sure because I don't get report cards.
yeah,
Oh,
she
okay.
hasn't received one yet. So.
Okay. Do you feel like, are there times when you just can't do your schoolwork? It's just too much?
At some points.
Because,
I'm tired and then I get dizzy sometimes.
okay. And is that because of the treatment?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sometimes those treatments can knock you down. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
So, and you had never had any experience with cancer before this?
No, never.
Yeah.
This was all new to all of us.
Uh-huh. And then a new baby on top of it, and
Yes.
But at least he's a happy baby.
well,
He
that's
is.
good. That's good, especially since the 18-month-old gives you a challenge.
Run around, yeah.
That's excellent. Girls, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the hype of the holidays, and in a flash, it's gone. But what doesn't leave in any hurry are the extra bills and expenses you may have tallied up this season. If the financial excess of the holiday season has you worried, visit ABC Finance. Start the year in control of your finances with the help of ABC Finance. We offer loans from $500 to $12,000, plus no payment until February. Apply online at abcfinanceonline.com or stop by our locations on Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville and the Princeton Plaza in Princeton. All the hype of the holidays, and in a flash, it's gone. But what doesn't leave in any hurry are the extra bills and expenses you may have tallied up this season. If the financial excess of the holiday season has you worried, visit ABC Finance. Start the year in control of your finances with the help of ABC Finance. We offer loans from $500 to $12,000, plus no payment until February. Apply online at abcfinanceonline.com or stop by our locations on Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville and the Princeton Plaza in Princeton.
Looking to shed those extra holiday pounds? Do you tend to gain weight back after a successful dietary loss? Get help from a pro. Dr. Raymond Quattro at Health First Community Health Center is board certified in weight loss medicine and has successfully guided many patients through both successful weight loss as well as showing them how to keep the weight off for good. He has extensive experience in the use of all new weight loss medications, and he is well versed in the science behind a successful weight loss program. Call our Arlington office at 270-905-4084 to schedule a consultation. At Health First Community Health Center, your health is our first concern.
Happy 2019, Penny Rile Electric members. It's a new year, a fresh start, and a great time to update your account information. Update by April 30th, and you'll automatically be eligible to win one of several prizes, like a 43-inch flat-screen TV, $100 cash, or even a $50 Penny Rile Electric bill credit. Update your account information with Penny Rile Electric today. You can do it right there on your phone online at precc.com. Happy New Year, and all the best in 2019 from Penny Rile Electric.
1580 103.3 WPKY. We are joined this morning with Misty Stewart and KayLee Oliver. KayLee is an 11-year-old, and her mom is Misty, of course, with her today. She has been diagnosed with a leukemia that I'm not going to try to pronounce because I will say it wrong. I just have one more question for you, ladies. What advice would you, mom, give to other moms who may get hit out of nowhere with this? And KayLee, what advice would you give to another little girl who is going through something like this? And I don't care who starts.
Just know your child. Watch for symptoms. If you second question yourself, get another opinion from another doctor. Don't wait. Just be on top of it.
The advice I would give, it would be just always smile and stay strong.
Okay. Excellent advice, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you. I'm so glad. I am so glad. Look, I am really glad you were able to come because I was wondering when I heard that, you might not be able to be here. I was like, oh, please let her come today. So Thank you very much, and thank you for being willing to come. A lot of little kids